CentralValleyTalk.com.
Well, here we are. I'm Mike Briggs. And without Athena stepped out for a moment. You just saw her here, right? So she must be here. By the way, that was Eugene Friesen, originally from Fresno. Did you see him play the cello? That was unbelievable. He's going to be in a concert in a couple of weeks right here in Fresno, and he's not even the headliner. Gina Leneé is, and Gina Leneé is here. I said it right? Gina Leneé.
Yeah.
We rehearsed it for a half hour before we came live. And the headliner is Gina Leneé. It's her concert. You're going to play modern piano. You're going to play your own pieces.
Absolutely.
Your own compositions.
Yeah. This is an album release show for my seventh CD.
Album.
It's called Red Diamonds. It's all original music that I wrote, and I recorded it back in Vermont at Will Ackerman's Imaginary Road Studio.
Now, Eugene
Friesen,
the cellist we just saw playing, he's originally from Fresno. You're from Fresno.
Yes, I am.
So this is two Fresnos. This is a big deal. But it's not just the two of you. As you said, Will Ackerman is going to come to Fresno. If you haven't seen him, I'm a guitarist. So when Will Ackerman comes, I go and see him.
You know what? All of these guys are incredible in their own right. You get them together. This is a show that is so special for Fresno. In fact, our percussionist, Jeff Haynes, he's worked with such great musicians, Alicia Keys. He has not been on stage with Will Ackerman, though these guys have been together working, producing several albums together for 20, 30 years. So this is a big night for Fresno. It's certainly a big night for me, and just to see all these guys on one stage.
Let's run through the names up front. You can, I can't pronounce that, but the flautist?
Pramik Russell Tubbs. He's a multi-instrumentalist, electric wind instruments, sax. He'll be playing on several of the songs. Pramik is an incredible artist, one of the nicest guys you will ever meet. But this guy has shared the stage most recently with Sting on tour with him. He has toured with Santana. You name it. I mean, he wrote the piece, How Will I Know, for Whitney Houston's album back in the day. Michael Jackson, Lady Gaga, you know, Pramik, Russell Tubbs. You'll know that name. Jeff Oster, incredible flugelhorn player, trumpet player out of Alameda. He won Zone Music Reporter's #1 spot album of the year 4 times in a row.
Wow.
He actually does a lot of touring in the Bay Area. He's got a show on the 31st in Alameda that's going to be awesome. Jeff Haynes, percussionist, like I mentioned. This guy brings a whole new rhythm, a beat, a pulse to the music that I have not had before in a show. He is going to bring a wide variety of drums, the talking drums, all kinds of cool instruments. It's really going to color this in a really awesome way. Eugene Friesen, of course, is our cellist. Todd Boston, a guitarist, also a producer. And we have a couple special guests, too. I'm waiting till that night to give everyone a big surprise.
So be there. I'm going to say the time and place up front. April 8th. It's going to be at the Tower Theater, right? Right there across the street from where we're sitting right now. We'll be at the Tower Theater on April 8th. And the concert's at 8, but you can come way early because there's going to be some cool stuff happening, right?
Right. Well, and I do have to tell you that for the meet and greet, the VIP ticket holders, it's limited to about 75 ticket holders. Last I checked, we have about 20 left. That's it. These are the only people that are going to have the keys to get into this awesome meet and greet for half an hour with these guys. I know that you want to meet Will Ackerman. Yep. You've listened to his music. He's widely recognized.
30 years.
Wyndham Hill Records, founder of Wyndham Hill Records. I didn't think about it being 30 years, but that's 30 years. Produced George Winston, who a lot of people know.
Wyndham Hill Records have such a great sound. They're always so beautifully produced.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Now, who arranged your music? Did you arrange it, or did Will Ackerman, or?
I composed all of these pieces. I've got 10 new pieces. I went back to Vermont in August with about 16 to 20 songs, and through listening to these, we picked a collection that we felt that it fit together right, had a good flow to it, and we embellished it with some amazing musical contributions from these guys. We brought in Eugene Friesen. We said, hey, we want to add some percussion to this. Let's add a sax to this. So it is not your typical solo piano recital. This is a very vibrant, lively show. If you love smooth jazz, if you love world beat music, you love classical, you love new age, acoustic guitar, we've got it all. Electric, acoustic guitar.
Now, will there be some performances that don't include you?
There will be. Yeah. In fact, Eugene Friesen, you guys saw him before we got started. He is incredible. He is going to leave the audience stunned. You have never seen someone play the cello quite like this. So I want to show off Eugene. I want to give Fresno a chance of a lifetime to get to be that close to Eugene Friesen and experience his music.
Will Will Ackerman play some solos?
Yes, he will. And actually, as you know, that Will Ackerman is now my producer, and he's going to serve as this evening's MC.
Wow.
Which is very special. And he'll be playing a few of his solo pieces off of some of his albums, Impending, Processional. He's also going to do Last Day at the Beach, a beautiful piece that he plays with Todd Boston. So there's just so much going to be happening that night.
If you want to do what I do before I go to a concert, I go to YouTube and if you're not familiar with these guys, get familiar with them. And when you get there, you feel like you know them. There's plenty of research you could do on this concert.
There's a lot.
And I'm going to keep saying the day. It's April 8th. That's just 10 days or so.
It's 10 days.
Yeah.
It's just 10 days. It's going by fast, but we're putting things together. It's going to be awesome. I also wanted to mention something to you because I know that you collect books. You love books. You love getting autographs and pictures with them. Okay.
With the authors, pictures with the authors.
Eugene Friesen wrote a book in 2012, an improv book to help out classical musicians.
Wow.
You can get one of his books, have him sign it. So
it's perfect.
Just
I am
something
a
a little
classical
special I
musician.
thought you might like.
I'm a classically trained musician, and we don't know how to improvise. But his book,
it's about
it's written for us because we understand the notes on the page more than anything. I bet he could relate well to us mortals, I guess you'd call us, because he's like a Superman. I saw that video. I could not believe. In fact, I walked in the studio and I thought it was a guitar.
Right.
It's
a
cello. He got a lot of sound and percussion sounds out of the cello. So
a lot. And Todd Boston is another one of those instrumentalists that kind of defies the normal range of what you think about in a guitarist. So like I mentioned, I cannot say enough about these guys, but you put them all together. This is definitely huge.
It's historic
for Fresno.
It's historic,
this is a huge concert that, I would just say, you gotta come out.
Gotta come. Everybody come.
You've gotta come out. You will be sorry if you miss the show. I guarantee you.
People will be talking about it for months.
Yeah, they sure will.
Okay, so what's your background in piano? You take lessons, or you study your whole life, or you're just kind of a holistic piano player?
Well, you know what? I grew up in a really musical home. My dad played the guitar. My brother knows, he can pick up any instrument and play it. Incredible. He's taught himself. So I grew up hearing music. That was a big part of our life. And like a lot of kids, I took the early piano lessons, and worked on that, but I never quite got the theory, reading music, and I really didn't love it. I'll be honest with you. What I love to do is take a song that I had heard and try to figure it out on the piano, and play by note, as they call it, or play by ear. And so that's kind of how I got my start.
I always said that music isn't on that page. There's dots on the page, and it represents the music.
Right.
But when you touch those keys, that's the music.
Right.
And you don't have to be. I encourage people to learn to read music, but you don't have to.
No, and I definitely have had times that I felt like I'm really at a disadvantage because I can't read music. So it makes it harder for me to get to sit down and play a classical piece with someone. But I'll tell you what, if I've heard the music, I can play it along with you, and we'll have a great time, and we'll improv. So there's going to be some time during this show for some cameo performances, some awesome solos from these guys. Really let them get out there and show you what they're all about. And I can't wait.
I encourage you, come to the tower just around 5. Go to the reception at 6:30 and meet these guys in person, take pictures, ask them questions. I love to get up close to, these guys and just ask them questions. But don't wait. Don't try to buy the ticket that day. There might be some left. You won't get into the early reception probably.
Right.
But you might be getting the concert the same day, but don't take a chance. Just buy the ticket early.
Go ahead and get
we're going to give the
ticket.
number, right, where they could call the tower and get information?
Yeah, call the box office. It's 485-9050, 485-9050. Talk to Susan over there at the box office. And she's great with helping people find just the perfect seat for the vantage point that they want to get. So I do know that there are tickets left, but as far as those VIP, I think we're down to about 20 or so, and that's it. So,
did we say the number out loud? I can't see it that far. Can you?
485-9050.
485-9050. I think you go to towertheaterfresno.com, and they have information, certainly, and you might be able to buy tickets right online.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you can't figure it out, call Susan over at the box office, 485-9050. And if you really can't figure it out, call me. Call's right here at Central Valley Talk, 579-1360. Our number's right there on the website. Call us, and I'll put you in touch with, I might give you Gina's direct line or something, I don't know, or the Tower Theater direct line or something. We got to get you to that concert. And this is a once in a lifetime. It's going to be historical for Fresno. And it'd be embarrassing if it was empty.
Well, and
it won't be empty because you've already moved a lot of tickets.
Well, these guys are taking time out of their lives, out of their other touring schedules to get together, to come to Fresno. And I want to give them a great Fresno welcome. I want them to be greeted with people that are excited to see them and realize, what we've got going on here. It's kind of cool we're doing this for Fresno.
Do you have a copy of the poster there? If not, I'm going to hold it up. We usually don't do this, but it's just such a beautiful poster. and
you.
There's a pristine one in our window that I'm saving, and I'm going to have it. It'll be hanging here in the studio. And now, are there some sponsors for this show we should mention?
Absolutely. We couldn't do without it, without our sponsors, right? We all know that when we're putting on an event, how important that is to us. My biggest sponsor, one of my biggest fans, the Brownie Baker, is one of the sponsors of this, as well as Heron Jag, the Heron family
they're
over
big
there.
music supporters. They're the nicest people in the world.
Nice family.
If you're ever going to buy a Jaguar, you want to go to
Heron.
I mean, there's nowhere else in Fresno.
Right.
I said Jaguar. Jaguar.
And Land Rover.
Yeah. The guy from England was in here the other day saying, why do you call it Jaguar?
It's a Jaguar.
Jaguar. I couldn't say it.
And lastly, Valley Music Center. I mean, you guys know the Oviedo family, Hans and Hainer. I've known them for many, many years, and they are gracious enough to say, gee, we're going to hook you up with a beautiful piano that night.
Wow.
They're the local Steinway dealer here in Fresno.
They're going to take a Steinway over there. They're going to get it on the stage. They're going to tune it all up. That's a lot. That's a lot of effort.
That's a lot of effort, but that just shows their community mindedness and their love of music and helping us to bring this to Fresno.
I bet after the concert you'll be able to buy that piano.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey.
Go to Valley Music Center and say, I saw that piano and I heard it. I want to play just like that. I have to buy that piano.
I'll sign the piano, and give you a collection of CDs. So.
And get your picture taken with her and the piano,
Absolutely.
maybe. If you're going to buy it, though. Buy the piano. Anything else we need to say? I keep interrupting and steering us in a different direction.
You know what? I think we really covered it quite well. I appreciate you letting me be here today to talk about the show. I can't wait to see you. I know that we're going to get a picture of you and Will Ackerman together and these guys, but come on out. Support this. This is a great event for the entire family. It's great for date night. It's great for kids. Students, music students will be inspired by this. Like I said, I think there's something for everybody at this show, Mike, and I think,
What about Athena? Should Athena be coming?
Oh, Athena has
Athena,
to
you got to come to this concert. She came to see you today, and you're not here, Athena.
I know, I miss her. And you know what? Athena and I go way back doing events. So I know how much she loves this community, too, as do I. So, yes, Athena.
Okay,
she has to be here.
The concert's called, or is it the album that's called Red Diamonds?
The album is called Red Diamonds. Okay, it's my 7th album. And so I naturally named the touring schedule, the concert, Red Diamonds as well. And most people don't know what a red diamond is.
I have
Do
no
you know
idea.
what it is?
No idea.
Okay, well, it is a gemstone. But most people think that a diamond is the most precious gem. Okay, a red diamond is even more rare.
More rare.
There's only a handful in the entire world.
So rare, I've never seen one or heard of it.
Most people haven't. And this is not so much about the gemstone red diamonds, but about the purity, how rare. This is a collection of incredibly precious musicians, both in their art, but they've also become very dear friends of mine. And I think that is such a special thing for me to be able to say about them. And so Red Diamonds, it's an interesting, it's a rare, this is going to be a dazzling show.
Yeah, I mean, one chance you have one chance in a lifetime to see a real red diamond, and one chance in a lifetime to see this concert. Now, it's a CD release party?
It is a CD release
Will
party.
the CDs be there?
Absolutely. Okay. In fact, they are on the UPS truck today, Mike. They are. I just checked my tracking. They're on the truck, so hopefully when I get home, those boxes are going to be there.
We're involved with a lot of musicians here, and there's a lot of CD release parties where the CD hasn't arrived. I've seen it over, but yours will be there. So.
They'll be there. They're going to be there today. In fact, tonight I've got my Sharpies out. I'm going to be signing these CDs, so I get a personalized copy at the show. I'm going to make sure I set out one of the first ones for you, Mike.
Thank you.
And they will be available as my previous.
Let's do this. Maybe after the show, after the concert, and a lot of our viewers have seen you, and maybe we'll have you back in a couple of weeks. We'll have some CDs here.
I would love to.
People can come in and buy them here if they want, or order them on
CD Baby, Amazon, iTunes. I'll be on Pandora probably within a month on this. Oh, the other thing I don't want to forget to mention, I've got some tickets that I want to give away.
Oh, we'll do some giveaways.
Viewers, so.
Okay. Tell you what, there is our email, booking@centralvalleytalk.com, and let's say who the first so many, we'll see how many she gives us, how many I take for myself and stuff like that. I won tickets. Anyway, send to booking@centralvalleytalk.com if you're interested in tickets, and You know, maybe if you have a giant family, you get one or two and she'll give you a break on the rest or something. We want to get everybody who's interested in this concert in the door.
Absolutely.
Especially the cello students, the guitar students, the percussion students, the what do you call the
flugelhorn, trumpet,
flute, woodwind,
guitar,
electric woodwind, or some sort of electric wind instrument.
Electric wind instrument.
And most of all, piano.
And piano, right.
Gina Leneé will inspire you. The concert is April 8th at the Tower Theater. The show starts at 8, but the pre-show is at 6:30, kind of a pre-party thing.
meet and greet
I've
kind
been
of
in that room a lot of times before concerts. It's so fun just to be there and rub elbows with those people. So we will be back with more Mike and Athena.
Can I say one
last
quick thing that we didn't even talk about here? This sounds like an awesome show, and it is, but people might think, gosh, that's probably an expensive show. I probably can't afford to do this,
I was
especially if
thinking
I've
that.
got a whole family, right? Okay, tickets start at $29. Okay, a steak dinner is more than that, right? So $29 tickets start out at. So this is very reasonable. Invite your friends and the kids. So I just wanted to let them know.
It's a
Make it
deal.
affordable.
We're going to run. We have one more little video to run. We're going to run one more little video, and we'll be back with more Mike and Athena right after this.